Hey everyone, it's Clint. Welcome to Sweetcast. I'm trying to make this video in the cell phone video, but in the most interesting location I can. I don't know. Only interesting because it's a different angle, perhaps. I want to talk about a few things. One is how much is Fatal going to make? This is a little bit of a vlog kind of style video from, somebody that is successfully making comics part-time. So there we go. Maybe we could title it that. How much is Fatal going to make? Two is, how do you decide if you're going to make another book like Downcast 3, for example? And the next one, we'll kind of talk about the long tail a little bit. Okay, so getting into Fatal. I made a video a while back, several months ago, where I said, I want to make a $100,000 campaign. I don't think that was a surprise to anybody. And that $100,000 campaign is Fatal. When I said that, I was shocked at how many people were, affected by me saying that. I had several people I know, some people I know better than others, reach out to me and say, "Do you really think you can make $100,000? Do you really think you can do that?" And I said, I don't know, but if I can, this is the only way I can figure out how to do it. And that was figuring out the average backer dollar amount and trying to figure out how many people you can get to back your campaign, essentially. And with the averages, that's how you're going to figure out how many backers you're going to need to pull in. So the thing with Fatal is, I actually think we're going to get more backers than I thought we would get, which is fantastic. The difference is that the average backer dollar amount is lower than I thought that it would be. So right now, the goal was $100K. Obviously, the goal on the campaign page was $10,000. We passed that well within the first couple hours, which was fantastic. But I want to do everything I can to just see. I just want to see if I can hit a $100,000 campaign, and that'll really open up a lot of opportunities. It is a really big deal for Charlie too, because this sort of would set the stage for his entrance into comics in a much more prominent way, which I think everybody would love. I know I would love. So that's some of my thoughts there. So can I make $100,000? I really hope so. I'm going to find out. So, appreciate y'all sticking with me there. And I don't know, it'll be kind of an adventure. I'm kind of excited about it. Already the fact that we're at well over $45,000 tells me that there is, there's a lot of potential going forward. So we'll see. One of the reasons why this campaign becomes a little bit more difficult to hit 100K is because of original art. This is my example of original art from the Secret History Strata. I drew this, and it was really fun to draw. I want to draw more. But there's no original art to sell. And that is a big deal because there are so many people that like to buy original art, and that really bumps up the average backer number. Can it be done without original art? Absolutely it can. I've seen multiple examples of that being the case, but it does, I think, make it just that much more of a challenge. And I know it's kind of a mess. I've got more shipping to do in here, so that's what's going to happen. So I think we can hit 100K. I think it's doable. If for some reason I don't know, I'm just gonna aim for it. You're hesitant to say what your goal is out loud, because what if you don't hit the goal? You're a failure. Anyway, so these are all the things that go through my mind. Like, honestly, the campaign has been hugely successful so far, and I don't know. I'm just interested to see where we land. It'll be cool to see, because I am nobody. I started off as a regular dude that wanted to make comics, didn't get the chances at Image Comics, and so on. Okay, so, but over time, there's a second point I wanted to make, the long tail. Over time, I have no doubt that Fatal will make well over $100,000. But that is probably not all going to look like a crowdfunding campaign. And I think that's okay. I think that's the way things should be. Continue to make sales elsewhere and to grow your property. So I'm going to turn over here. These are all the books I have left of Downcast, and I've got butterfly wings down there in case you wanted to know. You can tell all the shipping that has gone on in this room. This closet was full from side to side up to about here with boxes. Just, a month ago? Gemini mailers, all the way up here. Books, all the way up here. And we've sold out of all of those books down to this 2 boxes left of Downcast 1 and however many boxes that ends up being of Downcast 2, probably 1, 2, 3, 6 boxes, 6.5, 6 1/3, something like that, of Downcast 2. That's it. That's all we have. And I keep getting orders for Downcast, and I just have to ship them up and sell them. I need more Gemini mailers. Side note. That's it. That's all the Gemini mailers I have left. It's like 8, 6, something like that. Which is a great problem to have. Don't get me wrong. It's a great problem to have. I just have to buy more. So the question is, in comics, is this successful enough? Has Downcast been successful enough to continue making it from a business standpoint? From a creative standpoint? These are two questions. And after I made Downcast 1, I had the same question. First off, I had to make a second one because it didn't resolve a story arc. It just set up so much and it didn't resolve things. Luckily, you all supported me on Downcast 2, and that helped, it helped to make the book, finish the story. And so creatively, it was very satisfying. Something I did, though, is I sent out a poll to you all the backers, and I asked them to tell me what they thought about the book and if they thought I should continue and make another one. I might do a poll like that again, but I do get pretty limited responses. I'm not sure that that's the right way to decide if you're going to make another book or not. And these are all the kinds of questions I'm figuring out. I'm hoping that down the road this will become more apparent, and I'll just know when a series needs to end and when a series should continue. What I did with Downcast is I made a nice ending that sort of rounded things off. Should be satisfying, and what that does is it sets me up for a good starting point. So in Downcast 3, creatively, I want to make another one because I've got an idea that I really want to do. I think it would be fun. I think you all would enjoy it. And it would develop the world a lot more. It would make for just a really cool story. So I want to do it creatively. Do people want it creatively? This is so hard in crowdfunding because if we were talking about Marvel or DC, they have certain sales numbers they have to hit. Is it worth continuing a series? Like, at what point, what's the sales dollar amount that you continue making a series, and when do you stop? I don't know the answer to that question still, but I would say right now I'm leaning probably 85, 90% on making another Downcast, just because I want to make one. Is that the right reason? And I think with the alternate release and things, I think this is going to start broadening the audience out. So I'm pretty certain I want to do another one. Anyway, so let me know what your thoughts are if Downcast 3 makes sense, especially if you've read Downcast 1 and 2. If Downcast 3 makes sense, tell me what you think about Fatal, how much we could make, and goals, I guess. And what was the other thing? I was gonna talk about the long tail. Was that it? I don't know what you can comment about the long tail, but again, sales don't always happen in the crowdfunding aspect. That's like the most noticeable, but you're still making sales after that for a while if you're doing it right. because you want to continue to get new readers. So that's where we're at. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Not a cell phone video. Probably not. But yeah, it's Saturday, so why not? Anyway, thanks, and I'll see you guys next time.